Hello, good morning. Let's start today's a bit for let's stand for the prayer. Father,
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the grace also today in this important development. We ask that you bestow your guidance and blessing upon the nation. May we honor one another by keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with an open heart. Bless everyone present today, that each will be able to share his or her contributions and gifts. Grant good health and safety to loved ones left outside this room, and bestow peace and goodwill to all of us. We ask for your wisdom and grace to use our talents for the betterment of others. May the various activities related to this day be a success with your intervention. With gratitude, we offer this prayer in your name. Amen.
Hello, good morning once again. Welcome for today's activity pre-bid conference of 3 infra projects with contract ID number 24HG0115. 001 ensures safe and reliable national road system network development program construction of bypass and diversion roads, Dalaguete Bypass Road, Dalaguete, Cebu. Contract ID number 24HG0116. 001 ensures safe and reliable National Road System Network Development Program construction of bypass and diversion roads, Argao Bypass Road, Argao, Cebu. 24HG0117 Convergence Special Support Program construction improvement of access road leading to declared tourism destination to tourism road infrastructure program trip. Concreting of Poo-Balud-Consolacion access road leading to Obong Spring, Dalaguete, Cebu. We'll start for today's activity. Let's have a roll for the following. Say present also call your name, Leonard A. Panogalino, back chairperson, yours truly. Maria Ligaya is senior, back vice chairperson. Sir B. Binulo Jr., back member regular. Cedric Floyd A. Durante, back member provisional. John Renges M. Peralta, back member provisional. Hannah Catherine Arco, head back secretariat. Maria Lolita A. Castro, back secretariat member. Shannon C. Marabiles, back secretariat member. Gerald Jan R. Lim, PWG head. Richelda D. Sinyagan, Kevin Joshua Ita Manaha, Mrs. Zika Bonia, Jonah May C. Navarro, Roy Joseph T. Ipis, Gwen Marie Arbajo, Chanda M. Isaw. For conference agenda, agenda number 1, brief presentation explanation by the BAC, basic contract data requirements in bidding documents and documents to be submitted by the bidder. Agenda number 2, questions, comments, and bidders and replies to the box. Agenda number 3, other matters, relevant department orders, and GPB resolution. Are there any participants from the Zoom? Check to be acknowledged. Acknowledge the presence of representative from the Icon Dev Construction Development, Lynn Labati. So for CY 2024 and projects with contract ID number 24HG0115, contract name 001 ensure safe and reliable national road system network development program construction of bypass and diversion roads, Dalaguete Bypass Road, Dalaguete, Cebu. Location, Dalaguete, Cebu. then ABC of 96,500,000. Contract duration is 331 calendar days. Source of fund SR 2024. Pickup license category OB for medium A. Mode of procurement competitive bidding. Bidding document cost is 50,000. Next is contract ID number 24HG0116, contract name of OO1, ensure safe and reliable national road system network development program, construction of bypass and diversion roads, Argao Bypass Road, Argao, Cebu. Location is Argao, Cebu. ABC is 96,500,000. Contract duration is 331 calendar days. Source of fund is SR 2024. Pickup license category OB for medium A. Mode of procurement is competitive bidding. Bidding document cost is 50,000. Next contract is contract ID number 24HG0117. Contract name is Convergence and Special Support Program. Construction improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destination. Tourism Road Infrastructure Program trip. Concreting of Poo-Balud-Consolacion access road leading to Obong Spring, Dalaguete, Cebu. The location is Dalaguete, Cebu. Then ABC is 28,950,000. Contract duration is 165 calendar days. Source of fund SR 2024. Pickup license category of C and D for small b. Mode of procurement is competitive bidding. Bidding document cost is 25,000. For the requirements in bidding documents, Engineer John Bindo will be reading the bidding.
Good morning. For contract ID number 24HG0115, OO1, ensure safe and reliable national road system, network development program, construction of bypass road, bypass and diversion roads, Dalaguete Bypass Road, Dalaguete, Cebu. For the major category of works, please refer to the search screen. The pickup requirements and the manpower requirements, general experience, and the relative experience. Also, the requirements for the accredited project engineer must be accredited project engineer in compliance to DEO number 118 series of 2024 guidelines on the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants project engineer. Attach the photocopy of current and valid PRC license and accreditation certificate. Include the contact number of the project engineer. Also, the requirements for the accredited materials engineer. Accredited materials engineer compliant to DO number 98 series of 2016 revised guidelines on the accreditations of contractors, consultants, materials engineer. Attach a photocopy of current and valid PRC license and accreditation certificate. Include the contact number of the materials engineer. Please refer also the equipment requirements as it is referred to the search screen. Balik. The intended completion date is 331 calendar days, including predetermined unworkable days of 12 calendar days and 48 number of Sundays. For the bill of quantities, kindly refer to the search screen.
For contract ID 24HG0116, 001 ensure safe and reliable National Road System Network Development Program, construction of bypass and diversion roads, Argao Bypass Road, Argao, Cebu. For the major category of work and similar categories of works, please refer to the shared screen. Please also refer to the screen for the key personal requirements as shown on the screen. And also please take note that the project engineer and materials engineer must be accredited by the DPWH. Please attach photocopy of current and valid PRC license and accreditation certificate. Please also refer to the shared screen the minimum major equipment requirements for this project. The intended completion date is 331 calendar days, including predetermined and workable days of 12 calendar days and 48 number of Sundays. For the bill of quantities, please refer to the shared screen. For the next project, contract ID 24HG0117, Convergence and Special Support Program, construction improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destinations, Tourism Road Infrastructure Program, TRIP, concreting of Poo-Balud-Consolacion access road leading to Obong Spring, Dalaguete, Cebu. For the major category of work and similar categories of works, please refer to the shared screen. Please also take note for the key personal requirements. And note also that the project engineers and materials engineers must be accredited by the DPWH. Please attach photocopy of current and valid PRC license and accreditation certificate. Please also refer to the shared screen the minimum major equipment requirements for this project. For the bid security, shall be in the form of bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts as shown on the screen. The intended completion date is 165 calendar days, including predetermined and workable days of 6 calendar days and 24 number of Sundays. For the bill of quantities, please refer to the shared screen. Requirements in bidding documents. Documents to be submitted by the bidder. For infrastructure projects, Technical components, Class A legal documents, valid field chips, registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Class A technical, Class A, Class A technical documents. 1. Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. 2. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid except under conditions provided under the rules. 3. Special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. 4. Original copy of bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, submittal certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. 5. Organizational chart for the contract to be bid. 6. List of contractors' key personnel, example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen, to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. 7. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. 8. Original duly signed omnibus form statement and, if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all member of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For Class A financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC. Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the GVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For the financial components, 1. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. 2. Original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. 3. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. 4. Cash flow by quarter. Important reminder, any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. Any questions and comments from bidders and replies of the back? Zoom.
So there's no questions, comments. So let's proceed for the next agenda. So let's start with the other matters. The Department Memorandum Issuances Resolution So first is memorandum dated September 20, 2023. Yeah. Department Order number 12, series of 2024, subject revocation of Department Order number 35, series of 2021, and strengthening compliance with the Public Act RA number 11058 and its implementing rules and regulation. Please refer to the third screen for the sign, Secretary Manuel M. Bunuan. The next is Department Order number 1.27, series of 2018, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. All bids and awards committee, Central Regional District, are hereby directed to strictly apply, among others, during the conduct of post-qualification awarded contract, the following guidelines during post-qualification. The BAC shall determine the bidder's compliance through verification and validation of bidders' stated competence and experience, including the declared single largest completed contract SLCC similar to the contract being procured, verification of competence and experience of bidders' key personnel to be assigned of the contract as assigned as minimum requirements under the bid data sheet, then verification of availability and commitment and or inspection and testing for the required capacities and operating conditions of major equipment units to be on lease under purchase by the bidder for use in the contract under bidding. Then checking the performance of the bidders in its ongoing government and private contracts. If any of these ongoing contract shows a reported negative slippage of at least 15% in a single contract, or a reported negative slippage of at least 10% in two or more contracts, then failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 days, and to complete them within 30 days after the receipt of procuring entities notice of defects and deficiencies. Then failure of the contractors to commence repair works of contracts with pending certificate of acceptance within 30 days, and complete the works within 90 days after the receipt of the procuring entity notice of defects, failures, or substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specification, or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection, or liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor. Number 5, the results of the contractor performance evaluation system CPES should also be considered by the concerned BAC in determining the responsiveness of the contractor's bid before any award of contract can take place as stated in item 12.5 Annex E of the 2016 revised IRY 9184. If the BAC verifies any of these deficiencies to be due to the contractor's fault or negligence, the agency shall disqualify the contractors from the award for the procurement of infrastructure projects. Signed, Mark Villar, A. Villar, Secretary. Next is Department Order number 17, series of 2015, three-site policy in the procurement of contracts for infrastructure works, goods, and consulting services. To further strengthen the integrity of the competitive bidding process, the following instructions are hereby issued pertaining to the implementation of the three-site policy of the DPWH against violation of Section 69.1I of the Implementing Rules and Regulation IR of Republic Act number 9184. Though the violation enumerated in the CDO number 35, which are considered as act that tends to defeat the purpose of the public bidding under three-strike policy, are hereby amended to read as follows. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently A, withdrawn from the bidding, or B, submitted a letter of non-participation, or C, did not submit a bid without valid cause as determined by the Bids and Awards Committee concerned. D, a bidder submitting a late bid without valid cause as determined by the BAC concerned. A bidder submitting insufficient defective documents as insufficient securities and other deficiencies. And D, other acts that tends to defeat the purpose of public biddings are determined by the concerned bank, provided that these acts had been indicated or discussed in the instruction to bidders, bid bulletins, notices, minutes of pre-bid conference, or other similar instruments. Number three, each offense by the bidder referred to section 69.1 of the AR stated in the CDO 35 consists of 3 violations or strikes within a period of 1 year starting from the date of the first strike or all procurements by all offices of the DPWH. And every time a bidder is observed to have done any of the 4 acts enumerated in item 1 of this DO, the chairperson of the bank concerned shall immediately serve a written notice to the bidders informing him of his act and giving him 5 days to show cause why he should not be sanctioned under DO for committing an act of which tends to defeat the purpose of public bidding under two-strike policy of the DPWH. At number 9, based on the verified three-strike reports received from the BAC, the procurement service in coordination with the legal service shall recommend to the DPWH Secretary for approval of the following administrative sanctions of the erring contractor or for violation of the three-strike policy. A, the first violation or strike is first warning. B, for the second strike, a second warning. For the third strike, which together with the first 2 strikes contribute with the first offense against the three-strike policy, an administrative penalty of suspension for 1 year from participating in any procurement process in any of the DPWH. D, for the second offense example, the second set of the three-strike committed by the bidder, an administrative penalty of suspension of 2 years from the participating of any procurement process in any office of the DPWH. Signed, Rogelio L. Singson, Secretary. Next is DO number 12, series of 2016, disposal and stockpiling of materials including parking of equipments within the construction limits or vicinity of all DPWH ongoing projects. The disposal or dumping sites to be presented in the plan with the area to accommodate the calculated volume or surplus, unsuitable spoils and debris and other construction materials shall be identified and submitted by the director immediately after the award of the contract. The project engineer or the engineer shall evaluate and approve the proposed sites prior to the start of works. Then the stockpiling of the contractor materials within the construction limits or vicinity of the project shall be submitted by the contractor at least 48 hours before the start of this activity for approval of the project engineer or the engineers. Stockpile materials immediately or at the most within 24 hours for gravel materials from part of the work must be spread and other waste materials after the excavation demolition works should be properly disposed. Next is non-compliance of the above will result to the imposition of the following penalties, sanctions. Contractor, first offense, term warning. Second offense, provision in joining bidding on all DPWH projects for 1 year. Third offense is provision in joining of bidding of all DPWH projects for 2 years. Other site supervision personnel under contract with DPWH. First offense, stern warning. Second offense, suspension of 1 to 30 days. Third offense is a replacement or termination as provided in the contract. DPWH project engineer, based on the Civil Service Resolution number 991936, section 52 C3 dated August 31, 1999, other one known as the Uniform Rules on Administrative Cases in the Civil Service. First offense, reprimand. Second offense, suspension for 30 days. Third offense, dismissal. This order, if duly signed, Rogelio L. Singson. Next is DO 168, series of 2015, guidelines in the disposal and management of spoils and debris generated from all ongoing and completed construction and maintenance projects, and imposition of sanctions for the violation thereof. Signed, Rogelio L. Singson, Secretary. Next is GPBB Resolution number 15-2021, lifting the suspension on the implementation of mandatory submission of the FELJEP certificates of platinum registration and membership in competitive bidding and limited source bidding, amending section 8.5.2.23.1A2, 23.3, 24.1A2, 24.3, 0.4.3, 34.3, and 54.6 of the 2016 revised IR of RA 9184, items 4G1 and items 5D1B, as well as Appendix A of the Annex H. Therefore, thereof, items 4 and 6 of the guidelines for the use of the government of the Philippines official merchant registry and item 1 of section 8 and 9 of the 6th edition of the Philippine bidding documents for goods and infrastructure projects. Please refer to the sales screen. Next is GPB Resolution number 16-2020, approving the circular on the guidelines in the preparation of simplified Philippine bidding documents for goods and infrastructure projects and submission of the required forms for the procurement of goods, infrastructure projects, and consulting services with related amendments to the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of Republic Act number 9184. So that's all for the end of the presentation. Let's end for today's activity at exactly 10:30 33 a.m. Thank you.